Yeah, this one happened in Falls City involving a helicopter from Whidbey's naval base. There were 2 drivers who were caught in the fast-moving floodwaters. One person was stuck on the roof of their car. Another person was stuck in a tree. I'm imagining they probably got out and then climbed up the tree.
Tried to escape
to
somehow to get to safety.
Yeah, and look at these rescue crews doing incredible work, saving people's lives.
We are seeing dramatic rescues like that all across western Washington. This is some new video of a King County Sheriff's deputy using a drone to drop a life jacket to a man trapped on the roof of his SUV near the Snoqualmie River. A helicopter eventually came and lifted him to safety. 16 people, including 8 children, are safe thanks to fire crews in Snohomish County. This is out of the city of Snohomish. Crews were able to get their pets out as well. And in the town of Hamilton in Skagit County, first responders rescued a woman as floodwaters surrounded her home.
How you doing?
I've been scared. I live here all alone.
Okay.
And it's my first time doing.
4 people had to be rescued from the roof of their home yesterday in Sumas. A rescue swimmer deployed from a Coast Guard helicopter then helped pull 2 people through a window in a second-story attic as 8 feet of water surrounded their home. A second crew arrived to get the others to safety. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries. One person is recovering after a water rescue on the I-90 floating bridge. You can see the large response on the traffic cams earlier today. It happened on the eastbound I-90 midspan right around 6:30 this morning. Seattle Fire sent a rescue swimmer into Lake Washington to help. The person was taken to shore where medics checked them out.
There is a rescue that is underway as we speak. About 10 minutes ago or so, a Chehalis Fire boat headed in to what is Hamilton Road, which is an area that has been underwater basically since about dawn this morning. This is the Newaukum River that's causing all of the problems. Earlier this morning, it turned an I-5 overpass into a bridge, essentially. And there were several cars that were trapped there. Take a look at this video from earlier this morning. Those drivers thought they could make it through the water underneath that overpass, but they were wrong. Firefighters had to smash out the window of one of the cars to rescue one of the drivers who was trapped in his car that was filling with water. Now, this rescue area that we're talking about, it's about a half mile from that overpass, and there were 7 people rescued this morning. Some had water in their homes, others were just surrounded by water and they could not drive out. There was too much water on the road, so they did the right thing. They called for help, and the sheriff's office helped the Fire District 3 folks get those folks out of here. We talked to one neighbor who said this river, the Newaukum, just surged quickly overnight.
Yeah, it can sneak up pretty good because when we left here last night at dark, it wasn't even cresting the river, and this morning it's like this, so it's kind of hard to tell how fast it's going to rise.
Now that flashing light you see, that's where the boat headed down the road. That's Hamilton Road there. So that rescue, as we said, is happening as we speak. We were told it was a family and they had several pets. They're hopefully going to have those folks out safely. Obviously, we'll stand by here. Tom says he can see the boat coming, so we're hoping to get a look at the boat, hopefully with some of the folks who had been trapped in here. We talked to neighbors who said, you know, this road, this area, it does flood. The Newaukum River has been known to flood, but this was one of the bigger ones that folks had seen lately. So we're gonna keep waiting for this boat. And can we tell if there are people on board? It looks like there are people on board, so that's a good sign. It's going to take them a while to get back here. We're going to stay here on scene, and we'll have an update for you a little bit later on. We'll send it back to you in Seattle.
Drew, if you can hear me, actually, we're going to stay with you in this picture because we can see that boat. They kind of went back a little bit, and now they're kind of hoping to make their way. I hope they're going to come down and we can see a little bit clearer. But can you tell me how deep that water is that we're seeing behind you? If you have any idea, is it a couple feet there?
It's, yeah, a couple of feet is what we saw. Okay, now you can see the boat coming back around, and yeah, there were just 2 firefighters on it when it went in, so that's a good sign that there are more people on there. Yeah. I'm going to get a closer look at our monitor here. So,
and as they're
these folks had been in their homes all day.
And as they're making their way, and we get a clearer shot of what's happening, Drew, I see a car behind the boat as well. Looks like a truck. Looks like they're making their way back. And they're stopped there. Doesn't look like there's any markers there for people not to cross that road. Have you seen a lot of roadblocks, or what's the situation in that area?
There are, yeah. We're just at the dry end of this road where there is a road closed sign, and it's pretty obvious. And we saw a few people come down this road earlier today and say, oh, now I know why it's closed, because this is, it looked like, I mean, truly the river had swallowed up this road. You know, there are some roads there you can still see the pavement and maybe the midline, but this was a road that was pretty deep, at least I would say a couple of feet, and you can probably get a good sense of how deep it is right there where they're walking through. And it's there are some raised levels, and you can see they had to raise their outboard there. But so you're going to see them now get into a pickup truck. This was a District 5 truck that they were hopefully going to transfer them into, because there are spots along this road that they can't take that boat. So they'll be in the back of a pickup here, and I got to think they're going to be pretty grateful. We've been in touch with another family that was rescued earlier this morning, and their in-laws were very grateful for the firefighters, who basically kind of worked all night helping those folks in their cars out, and then obviously some of these people out of their homes.
And from what I can see, Drew, it looks like 2 adults and a couple of pets there that they're unloading from the raft. Those adults look like they were able to get out of the raft just fine, and they're walking around. Is that what you're saying too? I
do see that, yeah. That could be a child there, I suppose. Okay. But yeah, they found a higher dry spot. But yeah, it's we're probably almost a quarter mile or so away. We've got an extended lens on our camera, luckily, where you can see there where, yeah, these folks, as I was saying, they had been in their homes all day. The water hasn't really risen since it peaked here at about 6 this morning, but these folks may not have wanted to go through another night of this. And while the river has receded a little bit, it is expected to get back to this flood stage tomorrow afternoon. And with more wet weather on the horizon, I think people are probably looking for a way to get out. But
yeah, good news for that family.
Looks to be a successful. Yes, indeed.
Rescue crews pulled multiple people to safety here at this RV park near Orting. Now you can see behind me the water is still rushing through this RV park from the Puyallup River, and there are several RVs still here stuck in the water. Now swift water teams rescued 7 people from the RV park. Pierce County deputies rushed here after 911 calls reported people trapped by the water. The Puyallup River spilled over this morning, sending floodwater racing through the park, and hours later, it is still dangerously high. Some RV owners moved out early, but others were forced to abandon their homes.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the neighbors at this point, and they're campers. Same with ours. We don't know if it's going to rise any higher. That's my concern.
Everybody is now safe, and RVs are out on the road. The people are able to get out, just parked around the neighborhood for now. Joyce.
And did they have any warning of the flooding?
Well, the Pierce County Sheriff's Office said they did come here earlier this morning before the floodwaters got this high and warned people, and then a few hours later is when they got the 911 calls.
5 cars got stuck, including a commercial semi. Everyone, though, made it out safely.
They had to break a window to get the guy out of that car.
Napa Vines police chief says floods are nothing new for his town, but these drivers got a refresher course on the dangers of high water.
You don't know how deep it is, you don't know how swift it is, and this is what happens. You get stuck there, and then it's a situation that you can't control.
As we continue to follow the impact of these devastating floods, we're activating our Northwest response in partnership with the American Red Cross. You can donate by scanning the QR code that's on your screen in the upper right-hand corner there. Your donation goes directly to the American Red Cross to help those affected by the floods. And you can also visit king5.com to find the donation link.